Welcome to Let's Think About It. This is episode 3. What makes a good person? Hello, my name is Angy, and today I want to talk about a question that almost everyone has asked at some point in life. What makes a good person? It sounds like a simple question, but the more we think about it, the more complicated it becomes. Different cultures, families, and religions have different ideas about what good means. Some people believe a good person follows rules, while others think a good person follows their heart. When we are children, we often learn that being good means obeying. We are told that good people behave well, don't break rules, and do what they are told. As we grow older, we start to realize that life is not always that simple. Sometimes doing the right thing means breaking a rule. Sometimes being honest can hurt others. This is when we begin to understand that being good is not black and white. Many philosophers have tried to define what makes a good person. Aristotle believed that a good person is someone who practices virtue. For him, goodness was not about one single action, but about habits. A good person, according to Aristotle, is someone who chooses balance, who avoids extremes, and who acts with reason. I find this idea interesting, because it suggests that being good is something we practice every day. Another way to think about goodness is through empathy. A good person may not be perfect, but they try to understand others. They try to see the world from someone else's perspective. Empathy allows us to be kinder, more patient, and less judgmental. When we understand that everyone is fighting their own battles, it becomes easier to respond with compassion instead of anger. However, being a good person does not mean always saying yes, or always being nice. Sometimes goodness requires setting boundaries. It means knowing when to say no, even if others are disappointed. It also means respecting yourself. You cannot be truly good to others if you are constantly hurting yourself. Self-respect is also a form of goodness. We also make mistakes, and that does not automatically make us bad people. A good person is not someone who never fails, but someone who takes responsibility for their actions. Apologizing, learning, and trying to do better are signs of growth. Mistakes can become lessons if we are willing to reflect on them honestly. In today's world, social media often shows us a very simple image of goodness. People are labeled as good or bad very quickly. But real life is more complex. A person can do good things and still have flaws. We are all a mix of strengths and weaknesses. Understanding this can help us be more patient with others and with ourselves. Sometimes we judge others based on one moment, one decision, or one mistake. But a person's character is built over time. It is shaped by their choices, their intentions, and their willingness to grow. Being good is not about being perfect. It is about trying to act with honesty and care, even when it is difficult. For me, a good person is someone who tries. Someone who reflects on their actions, who listens, who learns, and who chooses kindness when possible. It is someone who understands that they are not finished, that they are still becoming. Goodness is not a destination, but a process. So now I want to ask you, what do you think makes a good person? Is it actions, intentions, empathy, or something else? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's think about it together.